Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, ConcisetheBarber. We are back in the building. What is up with y'all? Happy New Year to everybody. I pray that everybody had a great New Year's. I'm hoping that everybody is tuning in uh the year the right way. Your frequency is at a right place and you are really trying to get to the next step and the next level to wherever you're at, y'all. So I appreciate y'all honestly for even being here, get on the live. And if this is your first time here, just shout out where you're from, man. I definitely would love to see where everybody's coming in at. And I appreciate y'all coming out Sunday Night Live. I don't know why I was about to say Saturday Night Live, but Sunday Night Live. I know there's an interesting game on. Some people are probably watching that, but we're gonna talk about some stuff, man. I definitely want to start this year out with a heavy take in a sense, and honestly, really just trying to level up in some things in our career. And, other than just always talking about like product reviews and clippers and trimmers and stuff like that, there's another thing I want to talk about because it's all about being, my last live was about accountability, intentionality. And now you have to know how to be centered. You know what I mean? And what does that mean? So I definitely want to talk about that. Symmetry, what's up, bro? Happy New Year, San Diego. And then shout out to Harlem. Okay. So you from both places. I got you. Much respect, bro. I know you got to shout out all five of them. I get it. But if you're on here, man, just shout out where you're from. I appreciate that. Oh man, they about to score a touchdown. I'm sorry. Shout out where you're from. I appreciate that. So look, we're gonna talk about something, and I want to talk about this because sometimes I really feel like we see things and then we feel like we automatically know uh how to go about it. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, does it work? All right. All right. We see things, we automatically feel like we know how to go about certain things. And I really want to talk about this topic because I really feel like it's very important for us to understand this. It might sound very simple, but I want y'all to really understand where I'm coming from. Neek Lynn, how you doing? Shout out to Neek Lynn, best braider in NEPA. You know, almost at 100K subscribers. What's going on? What's going on? But anyway, I got to talk about this, y'all. And we have to be honest with ourselves. All barbers / stylists are not the same. We are all not the same, and that's okay. We have to be okay with that. And what I mean by that is that we really have to figure out like what kind of barber are we? What kind of stylist are we? And the main reason why I say that because if you don't know how to identify who you are in this industry of what you are literally right now, you are going to struggle with going to the next step. Before you even get to the next step, who are you? And like I said earlier, I went live and I was talking about when I first got into the barbering industry, I was trying to be everything all at the same time. I didn't know who I was in the barbering industry. So I have like these little titles up here and it says, you got an OG barber. You got to know if you're an OG barber. And what I mean by OG barber is that you don't really care about all the stuff that's coming out. You stick to your 1, 2, 3 clippers and that's it. If that's who you are, cool. Now, you might be curious to figure some new stuff out. That's fine. But if you also know that you don't have to be forced into getting into the stuff that myself as a product reviewer is showcasing all these new products. If you're OG barber, you're OG barber, and that's okay. If you're a content creator, that is okay, y'all. We have to talk about these things and really understand that a content creator is somewhat different than just being an OG barber. If you're a platform artist, you're somebody that's on a platform. That's an amazing place. Every area I'm speaking of is an area of success, but you have to look at it that way. I don't want y'all to look at it in the sense of, well, one's better than the other. There could be somebody here that's a specialist. I have a few specialists in my shop. My wife, she's a braider. She's a specialist. She specializes in braiding hair. We have a loctician that specializes in locks. If that's just who you are, then there's nothing wrong with that. But identify for what you are. who you are, and then go to the next step. You if you're an artist, and when I say artist, I mean like those people that are like dope, crazy with designs, right? Like real talk, like dumb nice. However, they might not be the best at fading. They might not be the best at a lot of things, but they can do Mickey Mouse like it's nothing. They could put a maze in your head like it's nothing. Or you're a coach. You got to a place where you have developed, you develop and you became a coach. So let's just talk about this a little bit more. So everybody really starts at either being a stylist on the floor or a barber. Like, and that's real. Like that's that's who we came from. Like that's the foundation of what we do. Some people stay literally here, and that is okay. Not everybody in 2025 needs to be a content creator. Some of us need to be just great barbers. And when I say great barbers, I'm not meaning just the skill set of barbering. You got to be a great person. You have to have great customer service. I know some great barbers, not a lot. I know some great barbers with terrible attitudes. Their character is straight jacked up, but they can cut like nobody's business. But they don't have the personality that you always want to be around. So yeah, you're a barber and you're great at cutting hair, but nobody really wants to be around at the same time. Like you have clients, yeah, but you how can I say this? If you are great at cutting hair and you have great customer service, most of the times, and I guarantee this in a sense, that your tips, how they treat you, how they go above and beyond is to the next level. But if they just come in and they just have to deal with you, they just want the clean cut and they just probably get out. And that's it. They just get the service. But foundational, y'all, we are starting at barbers. Now I have to be real with y'all. Getting to this place, being a content creator, I have to be real. Not all of us are content creators. Some of us have a hard time being a content creator. Some of us are better at barbering. And this is where I really feel like we have to understand who we are. Ito, what's going on, bro? Happy New Year. We got to understand who we are because this is how you are able to scale and elevate. Once you understand that you're a great and amazing barber and you're making money, you don't have to get like the whole setup of a content creator. You actually can now hire people. If that's not your lane, then that's not your lane. Like that's the part when I'm trying to say we have to be honest with ourselves because of what I see is people will get into stuff, they'll become content creators, realizing that's really not their lane. And then honestly, they just cancel everything. They fall off the map. You know what I mean? Like they fall off the map. And that's because we haven't been okay with what we have already mastered. And we didn't really leave room to learn. Some of us are getting into things we have no idea what is really going on. The next one, a product reviewer is hard, y'all. It's a whole different ball game than just barbering. It really is. It's a whole different job. I know like some of us probably make it look easy, but it's really not. You have to schedule out your time. You have to edit. There's just a whole different workload when it comes to product reviewing. And I'm telling y'all this because even though you see it on YouTube and it looks like it's nothing, just know that everybody that's doing it is putting in a lot of work and it's a lot of sacrifice. All the stuff that we get to do these things is not cheap. And you could take the cheap route of, about it, but if somebody that really loves doing it and they're serious about it, respectfully, it's I respect them. I don't care who it is. I shame no one for what? Because I know how hard it is to be a barber and also a product reviewer. And that's why I say not all barbers are the same because not every barber is doing the same thing. Not every barber has the same load. Even when it comes to haircut tutorials, those that are mastering haircut tutorials, honestly, that is a hard thing to showcase most of your haircuts on YouTube. Some of us don't even take pictures of our haircuts because we don't even like how they come out. But people are brave enough to put their haircuts out there on YouTube, 2 or 3 clients in a week or 2 weeks that you see a haircut tutorial from them. And I mean, people gonna talk, but as a community, why do you bash somebody for doing that? Because they took the risk and you didn't. If this is not something that you want to do, then that's fine. But if this is something that somebody else wants to do and they want to learn and elevate and stuff like that, then cool. Now, I'm not saying that there ain't, stuff that's out there that looks fake and people out there for the fame and all of that other jazz. I just say, honestly, don't rock with them. Don't follow them. I don't really feel like you have to continue to try to bash them or say anything about them. Like, what's the point of getting in the comments? Like, what makes you different from them if you start doing stuff like that? So, to me, haircut tutorial is very interesting thing. Like, I respect those that showcase their haircuts for the whole world to see. Some of us won't even put stuff up on Instagram. You have leveled up and you got to a place that you are now a coach or a teacher. That is not easy. Even if you have that skill set, being a coach or a teacher is not easy. I want y'all to understand that every barber and stylist is not the same. There are people that are going to expos to experience the expos. But then you have people that's going to teach at the expos, to help somebody in the industry elevate. And sometimes we can probably look at them like, why are they saying that? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Listen, everybody has to start, not to say everybody has to start somewhere, but what I'm saying is being a teacher or a coach is not easy. They have a whole different mindset they have to think about when they have to execute certain things. They have mastered something and now they're trying to tell you their experiences and their skill sets and trying to help you get through that same exact thing. So this is why I honestly feel like when it comes to this whole social media stuff, this whole platform stuff, when you see people doing stuff, yo, let's give them that respect. Let's give them mad respect because it's not easy. Everybody started here. If you're either a barber or a stylist, everybody started here. All this other stuff is just extra. This is stuff that is not a necessity. You don't have to be a content creator to be a barber that's booked. I'll be honest with you. You don't. You don't have to be a product reviewer. Honestly, that'll be a lot. That's more. People don't understand, but being a product reviewer, you don't just start with people just giving you stuff. That's a huge investment on its own. A haircut tutorial, you're showcasing your haircuts to not just your clients, not to other barbers, but even brands. You know what I mean? So to get people to work with you and you're showcasing your haircuts, I think that you're doing something right. That's all I'm saying. And being a coach is not easy either. It's really not. You know what I mean? Some of us is hard-headed. We don't want to learn. All of us know something, but we always want to learn something, but we never are in position to learn it. We are never able to accept it or receive it because we feel like we always know better in something. And that's just the real of it. You get what I'm saying? So we have to get to a place that we understand who we are. And once you do that, you can become more once you put in the work. And once you put in the work, that's when you can really start getting to the next phase of things. Like, not to be like that. I started out as a barber. There's a lot of hours that nobody didn't see me doing this. Before I even got on YouTube, I was at home. I used to be in the shop. Let's say it was a slow day. I'm checking out every tool that I have. I'll come home. I'll check out every tool that I have. You can ask my wife. I used to just be sitting there with a clipper in my hand like it's the remote. So there's a lot of work that I put in to get to this place that I could be a product reviewer. And honestly, she's the one that pushed me to do it, because if you look before I start really focusing on product reviews, I was doing a lot of like vlogs and stuff. I just had YouTube just to have YouTube because I just wanted a YouTube. But I start taking it more serious. You get what I'm saying? So this stuff right here is not easy. So if we're going to jump into 2025 and we want to level up, we got to understand this. What kind of barber are you? On some real. Once you understand who you are, now who do you want to become? And how do you get there? Do you want to become a content creator? I would definitely say try it out. Yeah, try it out. But don't jump into it and think like you already there, like you made it. Are you an artist that wants to be a coach? Learn from a coach. Are you a specialist? You can teach. You're an OG barber. Honestly, there's so much we can do in all these things. There's so much great things. There's so much that we can learn from an OG barber. There's so much we can learn from somebody that's that has a platform, that's on a platform teaching. That's different. You know what I mean? You got people walking while you're doing what you're doing and you're teaching at the same time. They're asking you questions and you know how to respond. That's a skill set. All this stuff ain't easy, yo. It's not. But we all been here. We all been here. So all I'm saying is, as a stylist and a barber, we have to respect the craft, especially if we really see it being authentic. You get what I'm saying? There's no point that we have to bash each other because a barber took the chance to be a content creator, or he took the chance to be a product reviewer, or he took the chance to showcase his haircuts, or even to be a coach. Let's elevate one another. You know, as a unit, as an industry, as if barbers stick together, then like we control so much. We control so much. But I'll be real with y'all. So if you are a great barber and that's all you know how to do, and you know how to make good money, you can pay somebody to do your content. You can pay somebody to do your product reviews. You can pay, well, I don't know if you could pay somebody to do some haircut tutorials, but you can pay somebody to film it. If you want to coach, there's a lot you can learn from. You can take coaching classes and stuff like that. If you're just great at a product review, like product reviews, you get what I'm saying? You can level up and show a little showcase of the haircut tutorials on the products that you're using. You can become a coach or a teacher on those that really want to learn how to do product reviews. Like all of this stuff, man, it's dope, it's cool. Our foundation is just being barbers, and I respect each and every last one of us at the end of the day. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to be upset about somebody that wants to level up. And I wanted to say this because I'm hoping there are some young barbers in this live. Don't get caught up into all of the crazy madness of all of this content stuff, or all the stuff you see on social media. Social media, how can I say this, man? It's a gift and a curse. You know, focus on what you're doing and try to elevate. Learn from those that you see, copy the right cat that's doing it the right way, and elevate. Don't get so caught up in all the other drama stuff that comes with social media. Like, not to be like that, but as an industry, this is a business. So let's rock as a business. Let's elevate and evolve together. So I wanted to say this because not all of us are the same. Not all of us are the same, but we have a lot of things. We have two main things in common. We should have a love for the craft, and we all started at ground zero. You know what I mean? So how everybody elevates, man, is really up to them. But know who you are. Figure out who you are in this industry and be okay with that. And once you're okay with that, and if you want to like learn and elevate to go to the next phase, even the better. You know what I mean? Do that because you might have a gift that somebody needs to learn from you on some things. You might be you might be a barber that's just great at ministering to your clients, and that's okay. Never need a social media a day in your life. You could be that barber that's satisfied with staying in a town of 30,000 people, but you got basically the whole city. Everybody knows you. You do so much with your community. Your family's well off. Everything's well, and you're okay. You don't have to jump in and try to be a content creator, a product reviewer, a platform art. You don't have to do that if you are good where you're at. You get what I'm saying? If you want to learn, then learn. Let's learn the right way in a sense, and not just look at everything on social media and think that that's what it is. Like we have to, you gotta you gotta be discernment. You gotta discern like what's what, like what's real. You get what I'm saying? And take out the time to really perfect your craft. I don't want to see the generation of all these young barbers now getting into the game and they've been barbers for like 6 months, not even a year. And, you know, not to say that they're trying to be platform artists or whatever like that. But what I'm trying to say is that master the foundation of just being a barber first. Because what I don't want is somebody to try something so strong, so fast. And then once you do hit a bump, you like, you know what, man, it's not even worth it. I actually seen somebody, dope dude. I remember him. He was a barber. I believe he was just starting out, and he started doing product reviews. But for some reason, it wasn't that long of him doing product reviews. He had clean aesthetic, shots too and everything. But he stopped. He sold all of his stuff, and my man went back living a regular. I mean, gonna say a regular life, but he just chose a different path. And I remember reaching out to him like, "Yo, man, why you not, doing barbering no more?" He said he just doesn't love it. Like he doesn't care for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if I really had to think about it, I think when it came to his steps of what he did and how he did it, I think that there were some things that he did quick. And sometimes it's like a trend. You see things and it's going on and it's like a trend and you try to catch on with it. And let's say the trend hits for everybody, but not you. You like, well, man, what's the point? So I want us to understand that this stuff is not uh it's not easy on any level. And we should respect each other on every level. You know what I mean? So I see y'all going crazy in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. And I am gonna ask, answer some questions too. Uh Barbering is basically sales. What you mean by that? Trying to sell our skill. Hmm. I can't say I agree with that one. Any recommendation on a trimmer for a beard? I need one that don't snag when I'm cleaning and lining up. Saber cyborgs will always do it. Oh, you're answering that. Soldier Barber Life was good, bro. But at the end of the day, it's all sales, basically, regardless of what angle you're going about it. I really can't say that, Fatal. I think a lot of barbers on some real that really cares about their craft. Um, we probably get more if you have ever done um like if you ever cut hair for the homeless, you cut hair like you done did like some type of event where you're giving out free haircuts. Man, sometimes those are the best memories of cutting hair. People that love cutting hair love to cut hair. You know, it's not always about the funds. I'm just, that's just me being real. Um, it's not always about the sales. It's you just chose that skill set to make a living. But no matter if you made millions, I'll be real. Me personally, if I made millions doing something else, and like, I was a barber for real, I'm still cutting hair, bro. I'm, just being honest with you. Fatal skills will get you in the door, but it won't keep you there. Yeah, that's real. Sales is more important than skills. Well, I feel like I don't think that there's how can I say this? It's not an either or. We have to understand that when it comes to this industry, it's not about an either or. Like sales matter as much as skills matter. Both of them matter. Your character matters. Some people might not say that, but it really does. All of these things matter. It's very equal. Like your gift will make room for you. So if your gift will make room for you, your skill matters. The gift matters because that's what will make room for you to even earn. So you got it's hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. You have level C skills, but are top tier sales. You can make great money. If you're not looking at this as sales, you're looking at it correct. You can have the most skills, but can't sell good. Sell all you want. You don't have a relationship with the person in the chair. Doesn't matter what skill you have. You're selling relationships, not skill. I look at how can I say this? Um, Let me see what's going on, Neil. It's a service. What is a service? Man, y'all about to have me go straight biblical with this. What's a service? Sell what has a skill behind it. Tell Youngin again. You can be the best skilled if you don't have a sell mindset behind it, your cap. Have a sell mindset. What is telling others you're a barber is sales. They are not mutually exclusive, right? I mean, if you tell somebody you're a doctor, uh, I don't know. I think I understand where you're coming from. Anything in exchange for money. That's a service. Anything in exchange for money. Y'all agree with that? Do we agree with this? I'm curious to hear what y'all have to say about that. A service is anything in exchange for money. That sells. You can sell, you can sell good a service. Hmm. Anything in exchange for money. All right. So let me ask y'all this. How for all those for all those that are married or in a relationship, how do you serve your significant other? Girl, what is y'all talking about? I said all barbers and stylists are not the same. Let's talk about it. And I was talking about, see, you came in all in the wrong. You came in late. So I said, what kind of barber are you? Everybody started here. Not every barber is a content creator or a product reviewer or does haircut tutorials on YouTube or even a coach or a teacher. You could become these things, but once you put in the work, that's when you really can like elevate. But I was really focusing on people understanding who they are and what they do and why they do it. And then once from there, they can, they can go from there. Yo, yo, yo. My bad said, huh? I'm tracking what you're talking about their responses. Yeah, I don't know. In a relationship, it sells. You're selling yourself to another person. Yo, yo, yo. Come on. Not everything is about sales. Not every like service. Service is too. How can I say this? Service is too big for us to try to just sum it up to a monetary gain. Service is something that you can do from the heart. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with money at all. I honestly believe, and to me, there are some barbers that are barbers because of the money. We can be real. There are some barbers that are barbers because they love cutting hair. They love the service part of making somebody feel great about their haircut, how they look. They love being creative in the way when it comes to having barber tools and combs and scissors. They love the craft, the craftsmanship of it. They love the service of it. They love the hot towel, the razor. They love all of that stuff about it. Like it's just like I love I love basketball, no matter if I make money doing it or not. You get what I'm saying? The only time that really matters about the love of basketball is when I took it to the next level. Say, okay, I love this so much. I would like to make this to become a way of how I earn money as well. Most people that stop playing basketball probably still play basketball every now and then just because of the fact that they love it. Or they level up. Instead of being a basketball player, to become a basketball coach. You know what I mean? There's levels. There's levels. Once you master one thing, sometimes you get into the next thing of it. So that's what I'm really talking about. Understanding who you are, who you are, and then from there, get to the next step. Now, let's be real. I have this when I'm talking about this will kind of help. Hopefully, it will help you understand what I'm talking about. A lot of people are probably looking at JJ Redick right now and being like, I don't know, right? Okay. So JJ Redick was a basketball player, right? And then he became uh what are those people commentators. And then he got a podcast with LeBron. And then months later, he's a coach. And now he's struggling, with that. See, when you have money and you just want to try stuff, you can try stuff. But honestly, we all see how it can look when you don't have the expertise. Now, who- he's not the Pat Riley type coach. You know what I mean? That has a lot of experience. Nobody looks at him and Pat Riley the same, or Phil Jackson. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that you put in the work, cool. But if you hop around, we can see that. We can test the authentic of what you're trying to do. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying things out. There's nothing wrong with trying things out. Once you know who you are, there's nothing wrong with it because then you know how to move and operate. But if you just trying things out and you always shifting, and in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're in a different location as a barber, you're a product reviewer, you're a podcaster, you on this, you on that, you're an artist. It's like, yo, what are you great at? You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with doing these things. I'm just saying that I feel like there is a proper way of doing it. I do. You know what I mean? I know creators that are just great at creating. Most people that are great at something, the other things that they need for that thing to go crazy, they had to pull in somebody that's great at that next thing. Like, I'm a creator, but I'm not a videographer. I need somebody to give me great video clips. Guess what? I'm gonna get somebody that's great at videographing instead of, like, all they need to do is hit record and do that and be great at it. I'm the creative one. So let me tell you my vision. If you're a barber and you're an OG and you're great and you know the skill sets of how to use these OG clippers and make it real easy, you could teach us stuff in 10, 15 minutes. And some of the things that we have not learned, you know who is like an OG barber slash coach teacher? Kenny Duncan. My man is an OG barber. My man cuts OG in a sense, but he can teach you, like, every time I see this man, and also he's platform in a sense, but he's more of a coach teacher that's on a platform. Every time I see him talk about something, I learn something about him. I learn a new different skill set, and it's real. And if you don't, if you can't see that in him, then I'll just say observe it just a little bit more about like how he moves. But Kenny Duncan is not just a barber; he's an OG barber. He has some things, from the old school that could definitely help the new school. You know what I mean? And he's also a great coach and teacher. He knows how to explain and break things down for everybody. Be like, okay, I get it. No matter if you're a beginning barber or you are mastered of that thing, there's still some things you can learn from him. So it's a beautiful thing once you start to see people elevate and really hone their craft and whatever they're great at. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all have to have burnout because you're trying to have so many hats on at the same exact time. So we have to take out the time to find out who we are, master that thing, then let's get to the next level. What y'all talking about? I think I'm Steph Curry on the court, bro. Bro. Steph Curry, bro. All right, I gotta see that. He said, not really though, but I feel that way. Okay. Opportunity provider. I love hooping. Facts. Since I became a barber, that's all I've done. And I went from barely doing something to being pretty good, in my honest opinion. I have skills with the clippers and love to do it. Facts. See, to me, there's nothing wrong with that. I value that. You get what I'm saying? I definitely feel like, who's another one? Smash the Barber. My man really don't use no guards. The fact that he can cut hair for years without guards blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind. He's trying to sell his value every day. He's trying to sell his value every day. I don't know about that one. I don't know what you mean. Deion Sanders is another example of great talent at transition. He's a good coach, but not a Nick Saban level who was a coach from jump. Right, right, right. Everyone has their niche. You just got to find out what you're great at and stick to it and grow in the realm. Be organic, be yourself, and try not to be something you're not. Right. But and honestly, this soldier barber, a lot of people don't understand what that really is when it comes to be organic and be yourself and try to be something you're not. Because some of us don't take out the time to figure out even who we are. I see it, man. I like almost every day I see a barber. How can I say this? I definitely feel like every barber should probably take pictures of their haircut. And you should do some content, some content. But and just, how can I say this? Okay. You got you got a few people that's just hilarious. I forget the bull name, but he has like a mohawk or some type of mohawk. He funny. 360 G's funny. Wavy Kid funny. I mean, Wavy Kid Kev is funny. There's a few people on like IG that like has hilarious stuff. What's the other boy? It's somebody else, but not everybody can do that, right? And that's okay. If you're not funny, then you're not funny. If you are great at clean aesthetic shots, showing the clipper, doing a 1-2, nice cuts, yo, that's your lane. And people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. Okay, soldier barber life. He funny. You know what I mean? People don't want to like. I feel like I have dry humor. Like I think I'm funny slash corny at the same time. I can admit that about myself. Like there's some things I'm funny in for real, and some things it's like Nate, nah, you don't that ain't it. You know, but we gotta be honest with ourselves. But we have to hone our craft. If you're an artist and you know how to draw, you know how to like really. What's the boy name? What's the dude that do this, y'all? What's his name? What's his name? The original. What's his name? I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Man, that's gonna mess me up. But the guy, he does a lot of. My man does crazy designs. He did Kobe and his daughter when they passed away. He does designs on like horses and all of that. If y'all realize what he does is he stays in his lane. He's just really creative about it because it's not he doesn't just stop at clippers, right? My man Rob the original. Thank you. I don't know how I forgot that, but he stayed in his lane. Art is his craft. That's what he does. He's an artist. You don't see him not to be like that. You don't see him on no platforms. You don't see him coaching or teaching. You don't like there's a lot you don't see from him, but you see art. You see this man you see this man do some amazing things. So that's what I mean. So if a lot of us really want for everybody to know who we are and what our gifts are, we have to understand, yes, we're barbers. Now, what kind of barber am I? What kind of barber I want to become? And how am I honing that craft? If you want to be a beast in scissors, you know what I mean? Like I I've learned about Josh OP and just from his scissor work. His fades, crazy part is his fades is clean, but nobody paid. I mean, I didn't pay attention to the fade. I really didn't. I looked at how he cut hair and how he cared about that skill. That's a like he specializes. He's an artist too, but he specializes in that. He is a barber, but he became a specialist when it came to the shear work. So I think that's dope. Tell you the true fader, I don't dig 360 like that. He's not into sales. Who's not into sales? That's why. He's saying get off the sales, man. Yeah, so I really want us to understand this, y'all. I do. I want everybody to be great. I want us to take the time, put the work in to figure out what that is to be great. Now, I am going to talk about one thing, and it's funny. It's funny that boy Fatal was talking about this, and it's not so much of a sales pitch that I'm going to say. This is honestly people asking me to do this, and I'm expressing this. So I do product reviews. If you feel like you have gotten to a place where you want to learn how to do that, I'm thinking about doing a class on that, on how to really set up. What are some of the things that you want to have, all of that jazz. Thinking about doing a class on that. And it'll probably be through Zoom. I'll send everybody a link if you're really serious. Uh, Matter of fact, I'll just do this. If you're serious, hit me up one of these ways, and and I'll send you the information if you want to learn what I do. People ask me it all the time. I just really never gave it much thought to be like, you know what? I'll do a class on it. How do I get connected with brands? How do I get product? What's the right way to go about product? You know, if y'all want to do this, I will help you. You know, if you don't, then that's fine. That's not your lane. So just a thought. Just a thought for those that want to do it. It's just funny that Fatal said something about sales. I'm like, dang. Well, at the end of this, I guess I'm gonna sound like I'm selling something, but I'm really not. I'm more so going off of if this is something that you want to do. I don't, it's really for you more than for me, but I can tell you a few things. But yeah, I hope the youngins, I hope people get what I'm saying and realize that we are all not the same, and that's okay. And it's a great thing because we can learn from one another. Let's elevate, let's hone our crafts, and let's just keep going. Let's just keep pushing. You know what I mean? So if y'all want to talk about some clippers and trimmers right now, we can. It's up to you. If you have some other questions, let me know. But I do get geeked out when it comes to like this stuff, like this whole product review and stuff. I do. Yo, y'all going in the comments. It's not unity. Unity, unity. It's okay. If Fatal believes that everything sells, then everything sells. You know what I mean? I'm not even here to try to change somebody's mind. I'm trying to here to open up people's eyes to let you know, like, yo, barbering is dope as is, just alone. Being a great barber, being a great stylist, having great customer service is great. You can have the same success as somebody that's a content creator. Honestly, you can have more success than somebody that's a content creator that that's on YouTube and all that jazz. Like you your 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 manufacturing overhead is way different from somebody else that does all the other stuff. Somebody that's in photography and that's a barber, they spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on that stuff. While all you do is probably buy a clipper 2 or 3 times in 3, 4 years. So you making a lot more money than they are, in a sense, depending on what kind of deals they get and collabs, whatever like that. But you have the opportunity. We all have the opportunity to make bread. It all depends on how you want to do it. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to switch to any lane until you really feel like you're ready. Don't feel forced because you see social media and everybody's doing all this stuff, and it's like, I want to try this stuff, and then you doing it and it don't hit, and then it's like, man, this ain't even worth it. Da 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 da. Like, I don't want us to get to that level. I just want us to grow, be great at where we're at, and then go from there. Like there's a healthy way to get into the next level instead of just think that you're already there, you already made it. You know, you buying mad stuff. Like one of the worst things you could probably do is like, yo, I'm gonna do all these product reviews, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And you buy your whole situation. Crazy. You know what I mean? And for like 6 months, you're not getting no reviews. That's, you know what I mean? That's tough. there's a right way to go about it that you can, get reviews and stuff like that. So that's why you have coaches. That's why you have people doing these classes. Now, you got to check out the classes. You got to make sure that they're authentic and they're real and stuff like that. Making sure that this is the type of class that you want to get into. Because I know all about that because I invested in some things that it was dope. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't for me. You get what I'm saying? So you got to figure that stuff out as well. And take your time. Take your time doing it. I believe vector motors will be better if they geared down with more power versus speeding up and not cutting. Hmm. So, what do you for the vector motor? What do you think would be like a healthy RPM? What do you think would be a healthy RPM or SPM? RPM, SPM. I haven't used that trimmer, and I'll leave this up real quick, just for all those that do want to connect with me and get that information. Take a screenshot, copy paste if you could. I don't think you can. All right. I think that's good enough. Um, 8,000. You know what? It was interesting. Matter of fact, I have these bad boys right here, which I'm actually selling, to be honest, because I'm actually just doing like a deep clean. To be honest, I'm getting rid of some stuff just because I'm getting at that place where, how can I say this? I'm getting at a place where it's like, you know what? I don't need all the trimmers in the world. I don't mind reviewing them, doing business and stuff like that, but I don't need to keep them all. But this thing right here has 85. This thing right here has 8,500 SPMs, and I do actually like it. Like my concise review, I do like where how this runs. Yeah, that's exactly how much I'm selling it for, 150. Um, to be honest, uh, I do like where they're at. For me, I just don't like the feel of them. I just, there's nothing wrong with them. I just don't like the feel of them. Same thing with these. I have, I'm good on these. I have another one, so I'm letting these go as well. Same price, but for me, um, I like vector motor, but I can only deal with vector motor. So y'all seen my hitters, my concise awards. If you've seen it, you'll notice that vector motors for me only can be hitters. They only can be hitters. So I don't like using vector motor trimmers for so long. They're very powerful, but I think there is a sweet spot. I think that, there is a sweet spot. So respect. USB-C is important to me. I will not buy anything without it. Respect. That's why I like the cyborgs. I think Style Crab are the top dogs right now. Um, I don't know if they're the top dogs. I mean, when it comes to some things, I feel like they're really great at, but I don't know if there's a top dog. I think right now, a few years ago, I feel like there were certain companies that were top dogs. But right now, there's a lot of everything like being leveled out. So they're definitely doing their thing. Don't get me wrong, but they do have a lot. They have a lot, and I still have their sabers and cyborgs as like the ones. I would say 82. Yeah, 82 SPMs. That's not bad either, to be honest. 82, But I do like where that one sits at 85. I think that's good. The 360 Jeezy collab is a vector motor clipper. Yeah, it is. The Lib collab, as some are saying. Fabulous Once Upon a Time. I love the Saber. Yeah. So you don't like to bald out with a vector trimmer? I'll be honest with you, Fatal. Most of the times I don't fall. I do my reviews based on just so people can see how it can perform. How I cut every day, I don't even touch a trimmer most of the times until I'm about to do the lineup. I balled out with clippers, just to be real with you. I balled out with clippers because I have a few clippers that's set to put in a nice clean bald line, blade open, fade that thing out with the line. And honestly, I'll do my fade down method. I'll get to the bottom of the fade. I'll hit that joint up with the trimmer. I'll clean that up even more. I'll do my lineup. I'll get the shaver, sometimes the shaver to last, and I go that way, to be honest. So I don't always bald out with my trimmer. Honestly, I think about lifespan. The lifespan of my trimmer doing all the balding out compared to my clipper is like for what? That's why like I can have stuff for mad long and it looks basically brand new because I only use it if I like everything that I have has like a task. I don't use I don't use a clipper. And I mean, and honestly, y'all, for real, it's just, God has blessed me in that way to have multiple type of, you know, uh clippers and trimmers, but I might bald out with a clipper. I might fade with a clipper. I might shape with a clipper. I might do bulk with a clipper of a comb with a clipper. Like there is I don't always use one for everything, but there are some things I can use for everything. Traditional. So I bought out with clippers. Yeah. Easier to remove, less hassle. Yeah. Which is the best clipper to bald out? The best clipper to bald out? If I had to be honest, it depends on how you set them up. I do like fade blades or the vapor blade. To me, it's all about the blade setup. It don't even matter about clipper in a sense. I mean, brushless motors do great. Magnetic motors do great. Um, they all can do great, but it's the blade setup. It's that and the cutting blade. If you get that right, then I think that's what's best. Well, seniors to bald out. Yeah, if you set it up the right way. Yeah. Because you can get the wall seniors, you put that fade blade on it, and then you get the magic clip cutting blade on that thing. Oh, yeah. And you zero gap it. Yeah. Everyone has their own style of cutting. And if barbers can match up their tools and their lineup with their style of cutting, that's all they really need. Yeah. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Like once you know, it's just like knowing who you are. Once you know your setup, you know what works for every hair texture, then you can't go wrong. Beast. Zero gap a clipper with the fade blade. Yeah. And also everybody's zero gap is different. Everybody's zero gap is different. Not everybody's zero gap is the same. It's some people when they say zero gap, they literally mean like this. Some people zero gap is just enough like this. But some it's like, nah, I need that thing to be even. Now, if you're gonna do it like that, I will only suggest to do that with, I believe, Andis is the only one I will literally go neck to neck with. And the only reason why is because their cutting blade, this is the cutting blade, is not sharp looking up. Their cutting blade bevels and it pinches the steel blade. That matters so much because that in itself makes a smooth bevel when you're cutting. And not a lot of people really pay attention to that until you feel at the bottom of your neck and you feel that joint biting. But that's the only blade I would do that with. Everybody else, I need a gap. I leave a little off because it would draw blood. Yeah, most of them will. Now, you know what's another one, Jules? Appreciate it. You know what's another one that I did zero gap, like almost like absolute zero. For some reason, this blade does it too. I mean, this clipper does it too. My fast feeds. I don't know how or why, but them things is zero gap. And I tested on myself before I test on anybody. I test stuff out on myself because I have real sensitive skin under my neck. Some things can bald out like it's nobody's business. Honestly, that's what I use. That's what I use to bald out. But I had to be honest. Um, Shout out to Nello Blends, KCM, his mod with the fast feed blade with the JRL, and he has a fast feed cutting blade. That video is coming soon. I really want to do a deep dive about that. That thing, yo, it took over my fast feed. It did. I got it on my Onyx, the Ghost Edition. I got that fast feed blade on that. I use that thing so much. It's probably why I'm getting rid of stuff. But I use that thing so much. I'm over here like, yo, I might as well just go ahead and bless some people with some of the stuff I have on some real coarse tooth cutter. Yeah. Can't go wrong with it. You can't. That thing cuts clean. I don't know who cares about this, but Minnesota getting torched right now. Oh, and it's the fourth quarter? Oh, yeah, it's over. But any other questions? I have the SC Diamond on my Rogue Boss. Neil, I think the steel diamond blade is dope. I mean, I like the aesthetic of it. Y'all already know. People want giveaways because of this. That cutting blade, the cutting blade, I cannot stand that cutting blade. I think the main reason why is because I think I'm OG with the cutting blades. I don't care about that cutting blade. That thin, I don't care for it. I'm a blade cutter. I next to never use guards. So I know I'm going to have a different experience and opinion than others who like guards. Okay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that too. I honestly think that I think you're talking about detachable clippers, but when you master that, man, that's a whole different level of barbering to me. What's a good trimmer for sensitive necks? Respectfully, I'm gonna say the Andis Enforce because like that bevel, that's a good one. The sabers are good too. Depending on how you set your sabers, that and the cyborgs, those are great. And some people might not agree, but I'm definitely going to put it up there. Is the JRO Onyx trimmer? They are great. They're real quiet and they're sensitive. They're good for sensitive necks. So I never had a problem, with the JRLs. Anything with X-Row blade and the one cutter for style. Well, I would say this though. Sometimes it can. Sometimes it can bite, depending on how you set it up. I would say this: if y'all got that one, they sell that thing now. The one blade setter from Stylecraft, they sell that individual now. You get that thing with a soft gap, and you do the soft gap with the sabers. Then I would say that. But if you got them things zero gap, I can't say they the best for sensitive skin all the time. To be honest. Thank you. You're welcome. How often do you clean your clippers? Example: take apart blades, lever, etc. Ah, me. I mean, just being who I am, I think like every other day. I think I rotate. Um, I'm always like doing something. I'm always taking something apart, putting it back. So for me, like if you somebody that cuts hair a lot, I definitely like nonstop. I mean, definitely say once a week. But I'm somebody that really like I don't stop. I don't stop. So I'm not a good person to ask that because I'll take stuff apart. I love detachable and using adjustable and when using my fat master. Got you. Want to take one of those willing to move in a week? Let me know. I remember I'm just YouTube. Okay. Yeah, reach out to me via email. Neil, reach out to me. Uh just reach out to my email, ConcisetheBarber at Gmail. Um Most you are less than 20-year barber professional clippers do not come with guards and were allowed in in school 30 years ago. Yeah, that's a long time. You're right. You're right. We bougie now, Mark. We need guards, we need blades, we need everything. Nobody ever talks about shavers. I use Andis Profoil, but they're loud. What's your fave? Matt, I'm gonna show you my fave. Most people probably know what my fave is. Matt, they could probably tell you my fave, to be honest. Let me pull it up for you. I talk about this thing all the time, and it's funny that you're talking about Andis. I want to find it for the low. Oh, they got a little. I ain't gonna say they got a little discount, but it's discount enough. This is my favorite shaver, hands down, without a shadow of a doubt. If you have not used the Andis Research, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but for $85 right now, I would get that. The Andis Research, research it, Matt. Let me know what you think. But this is a great shaver. It's powerful. It has grip. It, it's just a great. I don't know how to explain it, but it really is just a great shaver. You cannot zero gap the saver. It will chew you up to see what it is. You said we're not allowed to. Oh wow. Instinct. Concise. Are you hyped for the 360 Jeezy collab? I am. I'm hyped for him, honestly. You know, like I said, we in this together. We're barbers, and when you see barbers get into different, places and levels in their career, man, I have much respect for that, to be honest. So I respect him for taking that chance and opportunity. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, very much so. 360 Jeezy was one of the first people that I even looked at when it came to barbering. Him and Bazio. And then it was a domino effect after that. I really started researching a lot of people. But yeah, I'm hyped for him. Like I think it's dope when one of us are able to do something like that. So mad respect to him. Instinct shaver. Nah, nah. I'm gonna tell you why. The instinct shaver is great, but overbearing to me. Just to me. I think the research can do exactly what the instinct shavers do, but it has the long hair cutter, respectfully. Facts. Detachables was the standard for barber school. The research shaver, yeah. The saver is good straight out of the box. It should be. Jeezy has been at the content game for a long time. Yeah, he has. So I respect it. The saver is a great overall trim out the box. Yeah. I wish him luck with his new endeavor. Yeah, me too, man. People, yo, when I say all barbers are not the same, that's like another thing. Like, there's no way I can hate on a man that has put in so much. You just going to take me out, okay? But Like I can't yeah, I ain't gonna hate on nobody for that, man. That's it's dope. I remember when Sean Cuts hair, he signed with Babyliss. I thought that was dope. I remember when I seen him at an expo, I said, Sean, man, congrats on everything that you got going on, man. You know, that's if that's the direction that you and your family decided to take, and this is something that you want to do, man. I definitely respect it. Shout out to you. Like I have no like for what? You know what I mean? If I decide to sign with somebody, there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, yo, why he do that? Can't believe he did that. Da, 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 da. Listen, man, I got decisions to make at my own time and everything like that. Just like you going to have to make decisions in your own time as well. If somebody knock at your door and they check out all your boxes of what you're looking for, I mean, people going to be mad, but it's not their it's not their boxes that they got, that they got to be checked off. So I'm just saying. I know right now, and I keep, I tell y'all I'm not in the season right now to just be like signed to anybody and everybody. Respectfully, I like being, CTB. I like doing product reviews for everybody. And yeah, until I get like past this, you know what I mean? And be like, you know what? I think I'm ready to like not to say settle down, but like now I'm ready to like hone in with this brand or go a different route because I have completed everything I wanted to do in this realm. But I'm not there yet. So people call it the MRD Live collab. Hopefully he got the bag. He probably did. People gonna talk, bro. People gonna call something always something. You know what I mean? That's what people gonna do. That's what people do. That's what people do best. I have never used the research, but you don't have to multiple passes with the instinct. The other shavers, you have to do multiple passes. Bro, Neil, I'm glad you said that. Try to research. Honestly, I could probably one of these days, I'm gonna do a video. Same client. I'll wait. He has to come in 2 times. I'm gonna time how long it takes me to bald him out with the instinct shavers and then also with the research. And also what feels the best for him. I don't care about all these new clippers because I use detachables. I like that more blades are coming with ceramic coating. Yeah. Honestly, you how can I say this? There's gonna be some stuff coming out soon that you're gonna like. I know that for sure, basically. Yeah, I know that for sure. When it comes to this detachable games, the game is kind of coming back. I feel like. I feel like it's coming back. So we're gonna see what's what. Any other questions? I can't eat these while I'm on live, Nate. I always bought out with clippers. Yeah. Yes. Have you had the opportunity to use the JRO Onyx shaver? Yes, I have. And they have 2 lids. The first lid was really small holes, and now they said they widen them up and they should be cutting better. So I'll be doing some reviews on that and let you know what I think about it. But I did use it. I actually liked the size of it. It's like the JRO Onyx, that size, it works great, but also so does the Uno. If you come out with a single foil shaver, I think JRL has the right size. And also, surprisingly enough, than the Uno shaver, like they both have room. They both have room. The other single foil shavers, to me, are like a bit small. It's like it's like small, medium, and large. It's like most single foil shavers are medium. The JRL single foil is large, and the Uno is small. I'd rather have a small one than a large one. There's no point for the medium for me, from what I experienced. I love the product reviews. When you are locked in with a particular manufacturer, you don't do the reviews of other products. Some might be better than the manufacturer you sign with. And that's true. And now, see, here's the thing, Neil. If I did, man, if I ever did, I'm like, yo, that has to be a bag for one. And it's not always about money, but if there's some hush money, that's something different. But no, for real, I wish that if there is a time, if that time ever happens, but I still would love to do this. Like, uh, I still need to do some reviews, and I know a company is going to like not care that if I place something above theirs, but that's the hard part, man, because I gotta stay true when what I honestly believe, what I think. I don't say things just to be saying things. I know sometimes people think that, but I mean, respectfully, everybody has their own opinion. But what I like is what I like. I love the Uno, great shaver. Yeah, the Gold JRL shaver foil is so much better on their shaver than the original. Hmm, that part. I might have to check that one out. Who is Jeezy? Jeezy, he Clipper collab with Stylecraft. Sean Cuts signed with Babelist exclusive. Yeah, that was dope. I'm not, I think that's cool. Like if y'all really want to think about it for real, that just kind of lets you know that there's opportunities out there for you as well. If that's something that you want to do, it's not the regular. uh if you don't want to just be just an OG barber that's just staying in the shop, there's other opportunities out there, and brands are starting to notice that they want to work with y'all. So there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's somebody on here right now that loves Stylecraft. There's somebody on here that loves Wall. There's somebody on here that loves Andis. There's somebody on here that loves JRL that rocks with their product, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you sign with them, you sign with them. Ain't nobody got to pay your bills but you, girl. Not to say that everything's about money, but if that's like a vision of yours, like, then go for it. Shut out all the haters. Yeah, this game's over. Any other questions? I do want to. I love Andis. See, I do want to give y'all a sneak peek on of something that I'm working on. Let me see. Where is it at? Um, I don't know if. Well, I have a challenge coming out. I'm trying to get it out this month. And I'm going to start doing stuff like this. Let me see if it helps. Y'all see this? I recently just got this, and I'm starting to do content with some products other than barber and stuff. So that's some of the stuff that I'm working on, y'all. I got I got some stuff up my sleeve for real, for real. Um, But that's just one thing. But I got a challenge coming out. I do have another review coming out. Let me see where that's at. Let me see where that's at. Yeah, this one. I got this video coming out soon. And I am going to talk about this. This clipper did surprise me. For some people, they don't really care about it, right? Like we don't like there's some things about this about some of this stuff. It's like, all right, y'all, come on. But for me, as a product review guy, this was kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, you know. Uh I know some people were, they said certain things about it, but I got some things to talk about with that with the shorty. I'm truly happy for Jeezy because I see the work that he put in. Facts. Gadgets, yep. What shears do you use? There's a few. I have Hanzo's, but I, I have another pair. I forget the name of them. You're diversifying into other things. CP. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Just trying to expand in the stuff that I love to do. The shorty, yeah. Saber 2 repackaged small differences. Right. Neil, it's funny you said that. What do you think the small differences are? I meant to show y'all this too. If y'all need some discount codes. Just screenshot it. All right. Shorty has more RPMs, more ergonomic options. Yeah, those are some things. Slight difference in the motor, battery, etc. Yeah, I'm a yeah, I'm that video is coming out, and then I'm gonna do a comparison video, and then I'm gonna tell y'all like my real thoughts on like the Saber 2 versus like the Shorty, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I really felt like they should have did. Because to me, it's like they could have just but I get Stylecraft, Gamma. I be having ideas, yo. If I ever did work with a if I ever did work with a company, yo, I think some of my ideas, man, they will go crazy. I think. What videos are dropping this week? Concise. The shorties dropping this week. Did you take the machine apart? Yeah, you'll see that. Yeah. We gonna talk about it, y'all. We gonna talk about it. I just want to give y'all like a little 1-2. But there's some things, man. And maybe they coming down the line with it. Maybe. But mhm, we gonna talk about it though. Look at me trying to sneak some sunflower seeds. And still see it. But look, what time is it? I'm gonna go ahead and get up off. I have a half hour. Um, I gotta get up early and do some things. But yeah, it's like the F-150 and the Ford Expedition. Same skeleton, but the build is different. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. As a company though, like I'm gonna take it in a way. I feel like Gamma and Stylecraft. I mean, of course, there's always pros and cons with stuff, but I think there needs to be like a sit down conversation with some things. So that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all see that comparison video. And once I do it, we really gonna talk about it. So I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to learn what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what was my steps, my process, if you really are curious, reach out to me, contact me, and at a later date, sometime this month, most likely it's going to be on a Monday, probably around at 10 a.m. or at noon. It'll probably be like a 2-hour class. I'm gonna break some stuff down on what I do and how you can earn money doing it. Because that's the part that what Fatal said sells. I love doing it, but there's ways to make money doing it. So, because we're gonna talk about media kits and all of that jazz. So, and affiliates, all of that. We're gonna talk about some stuff, but in the way I'm just what I'm gonna tell you my experience, like kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly, and go from there. Go from there. So I appreciate y'all rocking with a brother, man, and hopefully that y'all share this video with somebody. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not. We at almost at 10K, 10K giveaway coming up soon, and I'm just truly grateful for real to even have this many subscribers. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all take it easy.